So Clubfoot parents, as you were saying that how we are going to correct the deformities in Clubfoot, first two deformities we have corrected. One, the cavus deformity by elevating the metatarsal head. Second, the forefoot adduction by gradually abducting the forefoot, creating a lever arm or the fulcrum at the tailor head. So once the tailor head is identified, we gradually abduct the foot first till neutral position, then 30 degrees and then 50-degree abduction. This is how we correct the deformity. Now, to our surprise or to your surprise, you will notice that from behind, once we abduct the foot, the heel is automatically going to get corrected. So we don't need to do any extra effort to correct the heel varus. The heel was tilted inward, and once we abduct the foot gradually out, the heel also gets simultaneously corrected to a neutral position. That is how we correct the deformity from behind. So for the correction of the last deformity, which is known as equinus, stay tuned, we'll know how we correct this deformity. So in the last phase of correction, where the equinus deformity needs to be corrected in a clubfoot baby, let us understand how we correct it. So equinus deformity is basically this calcaneal bone is in the equinus or is tilted downward. And why it is so? There is a thick tendon, the strongest tendon of our body, which is known as tendoachilles, which comes from above and gets attached to this tuberosity of the calcaneum, and it holds the heel in equinus position. It's quite a strong tendon, and if we forcefully try to dorsiflex or correct this deformity, then there will be some negative impact on the soft bone of the kids, and that's why we always recommend whenever there is a equinus deformity which is not amenable to plaster correction, and in most often it is not correctable by just plasters, we have to tenotomize. Tenotomize means just slitting the tendon percutaneously with a very small incision that doesn't even needs to be sutured. So last deformity is corrected just by putting a small nick in the tendon. The tendon is completely transected and the equinus deformity is corrected. So the tendon which is coming down needs to be transected. The heel gets free at that time, at that moment, and then the foot is dorsiflexed as well as abducted. The final plaster will look like the foot initially, which was turned inward, is completely outward and at least 10 to 15 degrees above the neutral position. That is how we correct the clubfoot deformity over the period of 4 to 5 plasters and a tenotomy. So tenotomy is an integral part of this treatment. And you need to understand that 95% children will require tenotomy, those having clubfoot. Thank you.